Moving ahead on working on this old Tornado, I ran into an interesting little scenario. I was shooting the second coat of primer on this car. This is a high build primer. I started on the trunk, came up to the hood, and then started that way, going all the way around the car. When I got to about the middle of this door, I had to refill the gun. I was running out of material. So I refilled the gun and came up and started there and came this way on this fender. And I noticed that the gun was spluttering terribly. I couldn't figure out. I mean, you can see, I've got the guide coat on there. You can see that texture on there that's all spluttery. It acted like the gun was clogged up. So I thought, well, crap, I'll just go ahead and finish this out and clean the gun. When I cleaned the gun, I didn't find anything in it. And then it occurred to me, why hadn't the compressor kicked on? It usually kicks on 2 or 3 times while I'm in this process. So that's what happened. There's my shot kitty. Darwin's out here helping. The compressor would not kick on when the pressure dropped. It's supposed to come on at about 100 psi and kick it up to about 125, 130. I've got it unplugged, so there's no power on it. But you see this switch right here. This contact, I don't know, I'm gonna go get a light so I can show that. You can see those cables up there, those wires, look a little bit on the burnt side, but see that point in there behind that switch lever? That's what it's supposed to look like. The one on this side is all burnt up. See if I can get the thing to focus. There we go. That point in there is just all burned up. It was arcing and carrying on. And so I need a new switch. Well, these switches are not available anymore. This is a 2-pole switch. And what they have are 2-channel switch. And what they have is a 4-channel switch. The number on them, this is a -68. I can't remember what the root number is. I looked it up at one point. I ordered this one. It's a -69. It looks exactly the same, except for the fact that when it came in, this thing was pointed down, and this one's pointed up. So I thought, well, what the heck? There's 2 screws on the side. Let's see if I can switch them around. So I took those 2 screws out, flipped it upside down, and now this looks just like that one. Actually, that one there's a little bit taller. I may end up having to swap that over. I don't know yet. But anyway, this right here would be, I guess, for the unloader valve. This goes to the tank and the regulator. And these 2 go somewhere else. I don't know where else, but those ports don't exist on this one. So what I'm going to try to do, and wish me luck, is plug off these 2 ports and make a 2-port out of this one instead of a 4-port. And we'll see how that works. I got to bleed the pressure off first. Thing's holding a little bit of pressure, but not a lot. Anyway, when I get those things switched over and get those holes plugged up, I'll be back. Okay, I've taken this thing loose from that. Now, disconnecting the wires. I'll see what happened. Good grief, those ones are tight. Get some needle nose so I can pull those out. This is the hot lead coming in. And what happened, and I'll show you, this thing got so hot, it literally melted the plastic and then pushed the contact back where it wouldn't touch anymore. Okay. So now I've got some grounds and a clamp down there. Looks like I can get that little Phillips. Let's see. Is that a Phillips? No, it's not. It's a freaking flathead. What's up with that? Let's get the texture on it. Let me find a place where the garage trolls won't get these. I'll put them back in the cap there. That little screw right there is what holds this cap. It screws into that hole right there. Okay. So the unloader valve is unloaded, and the new switch does not have an unloader valve on it. This is going to be fun. Let's see if I can. I think it's for free now. Yeah, I can pull that out. It looks like plumber's putty or something on there. So that's the unloader valve. That I probably will put in one of the other ports on the other switch. I think that's how that'll work. Make sure we'll see. This is from side by side. So I've got to adapt that to that, probably with just a nipple. And then the unloader valve will go into one of these ports here. 1, 2, 3. And this guy right here, I hope will fit that. We'll just have to see. Okay, I got this chucked up in the vise here. I'm trying to get that unloader valve out. Or pressure relief valve, whatever the heck that thing's called. I've got a 14 millimeter. It seems to work. This is a line wrench. That's all that is. Looks like a 1/4 inch nipple. Now here, this is what happened to this. This contact right here, let me get this over here with some light in it. You can see the top right there where it melted. Push this whole terminal back. See how much further back this terminal it is than this one. If you guys have got one of these compressors that is running for a long period of time, say the piston and the ring are worn out, and it takes it forever to build up pressure, you're building up a lot of heat on this thing. That's what happened to mine before I rebuilt it. I had already damaged this and didn't realize it. So get your piston and ring fixed. Otherwise, you'll be replacing this. And these things right here are about 50 bucks. And I'm going to adapt the dash 69. This is a 68. The other one is the dash 69. Let's see, is there a part number on this? That's probably the part number right there. That's not the number that I ordered this on. I'll post the number of it when I wrote it down because it's in the parts book at the Sears spare parts site. And I'll show the difference in this one and the one that I ordered. But now I've got to adapt this to this other one. All of these ports are continuous. Every one of them are open. So I can adapt this to any of these three, I think, and then plug off the other two. And this thing should work because this right here will go down on the stalk that came out of the tank. I just got to get this adapted to this and then go to Lowe's and pick up an overly priced plug for each of these two because I don't have any. Okay, quick trip to Lowe's. Paid $12. This is the relief valve. This is the new switch. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the relief valve here. Now, one of the things that's the question's been going around is how do you seal the threads successfully? I've been doing this crap for a long time, and I've tried everything. Teflon tape, plumber's putty, soldering them up, just brute force to tighten them down. And sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. So it's been suggested to me that I use something you probably got in your garage already, Loctite 242. I've had several people tell me that they've used that and it works most of the time. Okay, so I've got two plugs. One will go here, one will go back here. This is an adapter. It will go there. And this guy goes in that. And besides that, I've got a nipple on the bottom that I'm going to thread up with Loctite blue, and that's what will go into the tank. See, this one had this on it, and this one was just a female in the bottom. So doing a dry fit on this thing, it so happened that screwing this thing down on the pipe that comes up out of the tank, this thing right here looked to be exactly the right height for that tube that comes into it. Because apparently this and this will equal the same distance as that. I mean, you look and see, so there's a bit of a difference there. But doing the dry fit, it looked like it was going to come out okay. That's got a little tiny hole in it too where it goes into the tank, and this is a whole lot bigger. So I may have had a little bit of air restriction there. But anyway, what time is it? It's 3. Darwin's my shop kitty. He thinks it's dinner time. He's gonna be really mad when we go on standard time. Okay, let me go get my Loctite. I gotta go find my Loctite blue. I'll be back. Okay, here we go. This has been up there a while. I keep this stuff around. Loctite 242. This is going to be an experiment. I hope it works out for me. I got to cut the end of it off without cutting my thumb. There we go. Okay, we're going to put this one in first. And this one's going to go to this side. Where the valve was before. Okay. Let's snug that guy down. Well, the one that fit the other one doesn't fit this one. Let's go find another wrench. It's one of these. What is that? That's a 5/8. That's too big. That's 11/16. That's even bigger. Too big. Okay. Let's see, 9/16. Is that right? That's right. I'm going to put some more of this blue Loctite out here. I don't want to have to do this but once. And this is an aluminum housing, and I don't want to put this on there so tight that it'll split it. Okay, and so now we've got one here. And that's one of these. There. Now, I'm going to go set the camera up over on the compressor. We're going to put this in and hope for the best. Okay, here we are. That show? Yeah. Let's put some, let's get this stuff out the way so it doesn't fall. Let's put some Loctite blue on that. That looks good. Okay. Okay, this has got to go all the way around. Looks like it's going to go in just about right. Need to come just a smidge more. Okay, that's tight. Now, take that. That's a compression fitting. This was another compression fitting. And let's see. It needs to be just a little bit shorter. Let's see if I can do that and that. Get that in there. That one in. Okay. Ouch. Just mashed my finger. You have to do that, there's a law. I don't know how long that Loctite takes to cure up, but I'm not going to turn this on for a little while. There's my buddy. He's my shop kitty. What do you know, buddy? Oh, you want to go back outside? You got food in your bowl. What's wrong with you? What do you know, Mutt? You want to go outside? You can go outside. You can go outside. You want to go out and play with your deer? Let's see if we had any deer. No, corn's still out there. They should be here this afternoon, though. Got doves all over the place.